Welcome to Women's Football Weekly. Coming up, we have the best action from 3 top European leagues. Get ready for goals galore from Germany's Frauen-Bundesliga, the Première Ligue in France, and Italy's Serie A. German champions Bayern Munich were hoping to edge closer to another league title with victory at home to 4th place Bayer Leverkusen. Bayern keeper Ena Mahmutovic was at full stretch though when she saved from Kristin Kögel. Bayern had a 6-point cushion at the top with only 5 games left. Leverkusen were harbouring hopes of a top 3 finish. Visiting keeper Friederike Repol kept out a header from Pernilla Harder to ensure it was scoreless at the break. The home team had lost out to Lyon in the Champions League quarter-finals in midweek. Clara Bühl had scored in the second leg, and she made the crucial breakthrough here on 56 minutes. The Germany winger's 6th league goal of the campaign had the home fans on their feet at the FC Bayern campus in Munich. Lea Schuler had been sent on shortly before the opener, and she would seal the win 13 minutes after coming on. Bühl was the provider this time. Schuler made it 7 league goals for the season. Bayern move ever closer to being crowned champions again with what was their 9th consecutive league win. Bayern 2, Leverkusen 0, the final score. A day previously, Eintracht Frankfurt had sought to put pressure on Bayern with a victory away to 8th-placed Werder Bremen. That seemed a likely outcome when Rina Wichmann was red-carded after just 7 minutes of play. Lara Prajnikar, the player she took down. It was Bremen who took the lead, though. Saskia Matthijs sent in a free kick 6 minutes before the break. Kaylee Ronan judged the bounce brilliantly. The winter signing from America scored her first goal in German football to give Bremen the advantage. But second-placed Eintracht were level a minute before the break. Former Leverkusen midfielders Elisa Sens and Lisanna Greve combined well. Greve finished impressively for what was her first goal this season. It was a former Bremen favourite who set up another goal in first-half stoppage time. Nina Luassen crossed for Carlotta Wamser. That was Wamser's 4th goal of the campaign. It gave the visitors a 2-1 half-time lead. Bremen had made it through to the cup final the week before this game, but down a player, they continued to struggle against the league's top goal scorers. Nicole Agnomi was introduced at the break, and her 10th goal of the season came via a deflection off Tuana Mahmoud. 2-goal lead for Eintracht, and from a Greve free kick, another substitute netted 5 minutes into additional time. Japan's Ramina Shiba registered her 7th goal so far to finish off a comfortable victory. Bremen 1, Eintracht 4. Third-placed Wolfsburg had lost at Bayern in the league before being beaten home and away by Barcelona in the Champions League. They were looking to bounce back at home to Essen on Sunday. Marina Hegering had them on the right track after 11 minutes. A mistake from Essen keeper Kim Sinderman helped. That was Hegering's first goal this term. It came against one of her old clubs. Ninth-placed Essen responded on 27 minutes, and in some style as well. Lily Purtscheller scored a peach of a goal here. That was the Austrian winger's 2nd of the season. Wolfsburg moved ahead again 4 minutes before the interval. And it was a header from Lineth Beerensteyn. 2-1 from Svenja Hoed's corner. Dutch attacker Beerensteyn added again 11 minutes after the break. 3-1 Wolfsburg when the league's leading goal scorer added her 2nd of the evening. With an hour played, Beerensteyn would have the chance to make it a treble. The home side had a penalty, when Cassandra Pozzi handled the cross from the left. But Beerensteyn blasted her spot kick over the bar. 6 minutes later, though, another opportunity would come Beerensteyn's way. The former Bayern and Juventus attacker picked out by Hegering. And this time she registered the first hat-trick of her Wolfsburg career. Beerensteyn wasn't satisfied with just that. She added a fourth of the evening with 6 minutes to play. A great night for the 28-year-old. She now has 17 league goals for the season. Wolfsburg 5, Essen 1 was how it finished. Mid-table Leipzig were hoping for a home win that could help them get closer to overtaking Freiburg and secure a fifth-placed finish. They fell behind, though, 2 minutes before half-time. Freiburg fullback Lisa Karl scored one of the goals of the season. She'd also struck in recent wins over Eintracht Frankfurt and Karl Zeiss Jena. That her third goal in 4 matches, a fourth overall this season. Leipzig, though, rescued a point 2 minutes into injury time. Marlene Müller's low ball across was not dealt with. And there was Giovanna Hoffmann tapping home her 10th goal of the campaign. The Germany attacker had got an equaliser last time out against Jena as well. Leipzig 1, Freiburg 1 was how this game finished. Bottom club Turbine Potsdam knew a win was essential against 7th-placed Hoffenheim, but unfortunately they never got close. Kosovo international Ereleta Mehmeti needed only 9 minutes to get the visitors in front, scoring here at the second attempt. Mehmeti's 5th league goal of the season would be added to 10 minutes later by Selina Cerci. There must have been mixed feelings for Cerci, who had 2 successful seasons with Potsdam. Her current team not holding back, though. This was just the start. Just past the half-hour mark, Jill Janssens would strike for the 3rd time this season. A really good finish, this. The Belgian made it 3-0 thanks to an assist from Marta Kathala. On 58 minutes, Cerci would get her 2nd of the game and 11th of the season. Substitute Marie Steiner set that one up. Belgian midfielder Philly Delicau then hogged the limelight for the final half hour. She punished a goalkeeping error to get her first league goal for Hoffenheim, 5-0 on the hour mark. And with 8 minutes to play, Michelle Weiss helped the 22-year-old to score again. With 3 minutes to go, Delicau completed her hat-trick and the scoring as well. She stabbed home after Lisanne Kout smacked a shot off the crossbar. And a great day for Delicau, but another grim one for the home team. Potsdam 0, Hoffenheim 7 was how it ended. Third bottom Cologne were at home to second bottom Karl Zeiss Jena on Friday. The visitors breaking the deadlock against the run of play on 56 minutes. Lena Reuter on target. She gobbled up the rebound after Isabella Jaron's deflected strike was saved by Paula Hopper. 19-year-old Reuter picking the perfect time to score her first top-flight goal. A nervy finish for Jena after Fiona Geiser was red-carded midway through the half. Blacks were to the wall. Cologne piling on the pressure. Sarah Agresch And the final chance for the home side. Jena just about clung on though for a vital win. 1-0 was the final score. So, narrow enough victories for Bayern and Jena were significant at either end of the table on match day 18. Eintracht, Wolfsburg and Hoffenheim were all big winners. Bayern are 6 points clear of Eintracht and Wolfsburg. The top two play each other after the international break. At the bottom, six-time Frauen-Bundesliga champions Potsdam now looks certain to be relegated for the second time in 3 seasons. French champions Lyon were out to remain unbeaten when they hosted playoff-chasing Fleury on Sunday. Joe Montemurro's league leaders had earlier completed a 6-1 aggregate victory over Bayern in the Champions League. In 32 minutes, Eugénie Le Sommer headed Lyon in front from Damaris Egarola's pass. The home side on course to guarantee they would finish the regular season in first place. Fleury goalkeeper Emma Franca made an outstanding save though from Tabitha Chewinga's header. But Le Sommer swung the match further in Lyon's direction. She struck again just a minute before the break. Fellow France international Wendy Renard had the assist for the veterans' 6th league goal this season. And any doubt about the result was gone when Amel Majri scored a super third goal. It was 9 minutes after the restart. Majri's 6th strike so far, set up by Sarah Debritz. No saving that one. Substitute Karizatu Diani brought about the final goal of the night with 13 minutes left to play. This one might well go down as an own goal from Fleury keeper Francard. Another routine win for the champions. Lyon 4, Fleury 0 was the final score. Paris Saint-Germain in second were up against Saint-Etienne in a repeat of the cup semi-final which PSG won 2-1. Marie-Antoinette Katoto might have had PSG in front early on, but Saint-Etienne defender Lisa Martinez prevented her from getting a shot away. It was a clear penalty. Grace Gayoro stepped up to take it. Her 6th league goal this season had PSG ahead after 5 minutes. From the restart, things got even worse for the visitors. Katoto eventually paving the way for Crystal Dunn to register her first goal in France. The US star's classy flick made it 2-0 PSG on 6 minutes. The home side feeling ruthless on 10 minutes. Jackie Grönen picked her spot for 3-0. That was the first time the Netherlands international had scored this season. This rapidly turning into a nightmare evening for the visitors. After 15 minutes, they were down to 10 players. Martinez got a second yellow card for this challenge on Gayoro. On 26 minutes, it was 4-0 PSG. Griegin Bock found the net from a corner. The ball running kindly for the former Lyon defender, and she got her first goal for PSG. 4 minutes from half-time, Dunn showed her quality again. The winter signing, a world and Olympic champion with the USA, scored another great goal for 5-0. Still time for another before the break as well. Corbin Albert sent over a perfect cross. Katoto had a simple finish. That was her 10th goal this season. The home team easing up in the second half. It finished PSG 6, Saint-Etienne 0. Third placed Paris FC were on the road at inform Montpellier. Both teams had good chances, but it was Montpellier who finally took one. Centre-back Jade Rastocle headed home from Sonia Uchen's corner on 54 minutes. And with 3 minutes to go, the home side made it 3 wins and a draw from their last 4 games. Substitute Leah Khalifi squeezing a shot home. Paris FC set for just their second defeat of the season. With seconds remaining though, they won a penalty for handball. It looked a soft one. Guitantini drove her spot kick wide. 6th placed Montpellier were 2-0 winners. 4th placed Dijon were at home to mid-table Nantes. On 17 minutes, Wu Chengxu was unmarked from Oceane Picard's cross. And her header went in off the post. 1-0 Dijon, thanks to the Chinese attacker's 6th goal this season. An excellent individual effort would push Dijon further in front on 53 minutes. Klaudia Jedlinska was the scorer this time. A lovely finish from the Polish attacker, and that was her 8th goal of the campaign. 10 minutes into injury time, the home side would hit on the counter in spectacular fashion once again. Swiss substitute Mariam Terschun raced away, and she thumped in her 4th goal this season. Dijon 3, Nantes 0 was how it ended. Strasbourg and Guingamp met on Saturday in a relegation 6-pointer, a must-win game for the league's bottom 2. Both teams searching for only their 2nd victory all season. It was Strasbourg who got a real boost after 13 minutes. Laurine Hannequin scored a cracker for the home team. Guingamp had won 3-2 against Strasbourg at home in October, but they'd lost every other match they'd played. They were in deep trouble after 34 minutes. Hannequin, unselfish on this occasion, she offered Lorena Azzaro the chance to make it 2-0. And Strasbourg would open up Guingamp again 9 minutes into the second half. Hannequin would eventually notch her 2nd goal of the game and a 5th of the season. Azzaro and Mélin Mendy both had chances. Hannequin took hers. Guingamp had plenty of opportunities in this match, but the gaps continued to appear for Strasbourg to exploit. Azzaro played in Mendy on 63 minutes. And the teenager slotted in her 1st goal since joining on loan from Lyon. With 9 minutes to go, it was Kenza Chapelle who got a 5th on 81 minutes. Fellow substitute Pilar Khoury did brilliantly to lay this one on a plate. All too easy for Strasbourg in the end. Deep in injury time, Azzaro was played in for another, her 2nd goal of the night, the 6th of the season. It gave Strasbourg a 6-0 success. Third from bottom Reims were at home to Le Havre, who weren't quite safe from relegation themselves. Chad Nassi gave Reims the lead on 37 minutes. A good finish for her 2nd goal this season. 4 minutes later though, Le Havre were level. Ikram Adjabi celebrated wildly. But the final touch came off Reims defender Mathilde Cac for an own goal. 1-1 the final score. There were 5 home wins from 6 on matchday 19. PSG and Strasbourg both scored 6 times against Saint-Etienne and Guingamp. Lyon are still 10 points clear of PSG at the top. Dijon now look likely to take the final playoff spot. Strasbourg have moved out of the relegation zone. After the international break, Lyon will host third-placed Paris FC. With 5 games left in Italy, second-placed Inter knew a win at home to league leaders Juventus was required to give them any chance of claiming the Serie A title. They almost went in front on the half-hour. Anna Maria Sertorini unlucky to hit the frame of the goal. It was Juventus who struck first on the stroke of half-time. Chiara Beccari getting the slightest of touches on Abby Brighton's free kick. Goal number 3 this season for her. Inter hit back 10 minutes after the break. Half-time substitute Martina Tomaselli found the net. Just about. That was her 3rd goal of the campaign. With 2 minutes to play, it looked like Juve would snatch a win. Substitute Amelie Vangsgaard played a wonderful back heel to Sofia Cantore. Cantore chalking up her 10th goal to put the Bianconeri back in front. Inter, though, awarded a penalty 5 minutes later. Substitute Hailey Bugea went down after contact with Brighton. Belgian attacker Tessa Wollatz levelled the game again with her 8th goal this season. Still time for one more chance. It fell Inter's way. Bugea's shot saved by Pauline Perro-Magnan. Substitute Elisa Poli pounced on the loose ball. Her 5th goal of the season came 5 minutes into injury time. Inter winning 3-2. Roma were 3rd and hoping to keep visiting Fiorentina behind them in 4th. The champions found the net after 5 minutes. Valentina Giacinti playing the ball to Marta Pandini. And she curled home her 2nd goal this season. Fiorentina had beaten the top 2 in their previous 2 matches. The Viola coming unstuck in the Rome rain. 4 minutes from half-time, Roma scored again. Giacinti denied by Cecily Fiskerstrand. Moeka Minami grabbing her 3rd goal. Roma 2, Fiorentina 0. The final score. In the relegation playoffs, 2nd bottom Napoli needed a win against 6th placed Como. On 5 minutes, the home team almost got ahead. Manuela Shabika's free kick tipped onto the bar by Astrid Gilardi. Instead, Como opened the scoring on 28 minutes. Zara Kramshar nodding in a pass from Lucia Vaitukaitite. On loan from Roma, Slovenia international Kramshar now has 6 league goals this season. Napoli had prevented Como from making the top 5 playoffs with a victory in this fixture on the final day of the regular season. Alex Kerr made sure Como would get their revenge. The American putting away her 5th goal of the season on 64 minutes. 2-0 the final score. Sampdoria had the chance to move off the bottom when they hosted Sassuolo. But Gina Kmieliński scored a glorious 10th goal of the season for the visitors on 8 minutes. And it was 2-0 Sassuolo on 24 minutes. Scottish striker Lana Cleland heading in across from American midfielder Maya Doms. Sampdoria were reinvigorated early in the second half. Sara Baldi made it a 1-goal game with this cracking strike. That one came 4 minutes after half-time, but Sassuolo were on course for victory on 64 minutes. Cassandra Masipo had had a goal disallowed from a Cleland cross shortly before the pair repeated the trick. This goal stood, the Belgians' 3rd of the campaign. Cleland's 6th of the season was the pick of the 3 further goals that followed in this match. Elena Dont and Nicole Arcangeli scoring as well. Sampdoria 2, Sassuolo 5 was the final score. So, in the Championship playoffs, there were home wins for Roma and Inter. Como and Sassuolo both won on the road in the relegation playoffs. Well, after only their third defeat, Juve's lead over Inter has been cut to 7 points. Roma are 8 points behind, but host Juve after the international break. In the bottom half, Napoli are still just a point above Sampdoria and the relegation place. That's all we have time for on Women's Football Weekly. Most club players are on international duty now, but we'll be back next week with a review of the season so far. From myself, Mark Rodden, it's goodbye for now.